Football enthusiasts in Nigeria have begun nursing a growing disenchantment with their national team ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations men's football competition AFCON, which is set to take place in Ivory Coast from January 13 to February 11, 2024. Some of them remember the golden days of the Super Eagles and say the current state of football in the country could affect the national team's performance at the AFCON Championship. Our correspondent, Sydney Okafor, has more on the story.
The countdown for the 34th edition of the African biggest soccer showpiece has begun, and it is already attracting global attention due to the continent's array of football stars who will be on parade at the fiesta. Super Eagles appeared in Group A of this year's AFCON with host nation Ivory Coast, fast improving Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, who have qualified for a record-breaking 4 consecutive editions. Nigerian Super Eagles are always seen as one of the favorites in any AFCON tournament. Jose Pesero's 25-man team is packed with players capable of doing serious harm to their opponents.
Okay, so for the 25-man list, I would say it's okay. I think majority of the players on that list are players we are familiar with. However, you can't ignore the fact that we don't have a lot of home-based players in the side. And this is a call to the NFF, it's a call to everyone, every stakeholder in Nigeria that we need to develop the game.
On paper, we will say we are one of the best in the world, even in Africa, because we have the CAF award winner, Victor Osimhen in our team. We have one of the biggest. We saw what Iwobi is doing at Fulham. We can see what Calvin is doing at Fulham as well. We have even what I know he's doing at Nottingham Forest. So we have these players. Even Boniface. Boniface has won Rookie of the Month, 4 times consecutively, in Germany now with Bayer Leverkusen. So on paper we look very good, but in recent games we will not be playing well. So if you cannot, do well on the field, it not necessarily what you have on paper.
The 3-time African champion Super Eagles is seeking their 4th glory in the history of the African Cup of Nations, which could reinforce the team's position as a football powerhouse. Sports analysts say the Super Eagles have a good chance of winning since everything internally and externally has been sorted.
I wouldn't say we don't have a chance. We do have a chance, but the Super Eagles, I put them as 3rd favourites going into the AFCON behind Senegal, who are defending champions, and Morocco, who had a fantastic World Cup in 2022. So it's Senegal, Morocco, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
I saw the names, and you know what I mean, like if you tell the names to other teams, because even my team in Denmark, when they ask like, you people have this player, you people have this player, they'll be like, you people should be winning the whole game, the whole cup. I was like, bro, yeah, individually, yes, we are amazing, but as a group, that's just the problem, you know what I mean? But I feel like we have the best players, we have the best team to win the Nations Cup at the moment right now.
Many other nations feared the Super Eagles during their golden days on the continent due to their creativity on the field of play. But these analysts say the Super Eagles need to rediscover the fear factor which has faded.
If we must return back to those good old glory days, we must start establishing that fear factor that the Super Eagles once possessed. Right now, teams are not scared of the Super Eagles anymore. And if we must win the Nations Cup, if we hope to win the Nations Cup, we must ensure that we beat, when I mean beat every team that comes our way very, very well.
You see commander fear factor, people still respect, people still fear us, especially the fact that we got players who are doing a lot of great numbers in Europe. Victor Osimhen, African Footballer of the Year. If you're coming to the Nations Cup with an African Footballer of the Year, it means that there will be a fear factor in your opponent. But they will respect you. It doesn't mean that they will give you the chance to beat them on the pitch. So, we have to take that respect, we have to take advantage of it, convert it to result, convert it by converting our chances.
At the last edition in 2021, the Super Eagles, as one of the favorites, was sent packing in the 2nd round by less fancied Tunisia team. For a team that is unbeaten in their last 6 games, Nigerians should be hopeful about these ambassadors. Sydney Okafor, TV 360, Lagos.